Hi all, this is Dr. Sage Breslin, and this is Wisdom Wednesdays. There's a phrase that I find horrifying, and it's, you ought to be grateful. I can't count the number of times I've heard it, and it makes me wince, because gratitude is a gift. It's a gift that we give to the divine or to the sender, to the gifter, to show our respect, to show our thanks, to embrace the joy and the divinity of the gift, whatever it is. It could be the gift of a beautiful day. It could be somebody's kindness. But gratitude is something that is freely given. It's not something that we respond to a demand with. And yet, the toxic narcissist is well known for voicing those demands, for making us feel as if we are wrong or dirty or bad if we're not grateful for whatever behavior or action is taken for us or towards us. Again, it to me is so challenging to hear that venom. And, what I think about is that narcissists by nature are not happy people. They don't have their own sense of power or joy. They actually have to feed off and are dependent on others to move them forward in their goals. And that's not something we see, right? Because the narcissist looks so powerful, looks so big and arrogant and grandiose. And yet, really they're an empty shell. And inside that empty shell is a wound. And the wound evokes an incredible bitterness. And we are all held accountable for that bitterness. It's as if we are all responsible for the wound rather than whoever wronged the narcissist in his or her youth. However they came by that wound, it wasn't us. It's not something that develops in adulthood. And yet we're held accountable, and we're held accountable with venom, with vigor. So anytime we don't say the right thing, do the right thing, act on their behalf, or feel grateful when we're being berated or demeaned or abused, that venom and that bitterness grow even more. So I'm going to recommend, a couple of different things. When you are faced with a narcissist who is demanding that you be grateful, I would take the step back, especially if you have to still be in the narcissist's presence. I would take the step back into assertive language, that hopefully won't create more disturbance, more trouble for you. Obviously, if you're not able to just come back with a quick, oh, I am so grateful for you, which may just be a lie. And narcissists can see through the lie, which is very, problematic, right? It's why we develop Stockholm syndrome. It's why we adopt their truth, because then we're not ego-dystonic and we're not out of alignment, right? We are now in their truth, telling their lie to keep ourselves straight. But that's not healthy. So when we are trying to desperately get into a place of alignment to be healthier, if we have to remain in the presence of the narcissist, I'd encourage you to shift into the assertive sentence blank. It goes like this: if you fill in the blank, I will fill in the blank. If you would fill in the blank, then I will fill in the blank. So when you're met with, you should be grateful, if you would allow me to choose my own words, then I believe I could express gratitude for the kindnesses you've showed me. But when you make a demand, I find myself resisting. Okay, so all truths, probably no lies, and may get you around it. Now, I'm also going to give you parents out there just a little tidbit. Yeah, there are times when we as parents have interactions with our children that leave us saying things like, "You better be grateful that for all I've done for you." Okay, which sounds a little bit like a demand for gratitude, which is not what we're trying to be or do. And so, again, stepping into the reality, yes, they should be grateful when we're, doing all sorts of things for them. But really, it's that we want to feel respected, right? And we want them to recognize how hard we're working for them. So I'm just going to invite you to use those words if you're a parent and if you've ever found yourself in the gratitude demand phase. Simply say to your children, I've done a lot for you this year, and I don't often hear your thanks or your gratitude, and that is sad. And I don't feel like doing more when I don't see you respecting all that I've done. But if you could maybe, try a little harder to be thankful when I am providing specific things for you, I'm going to feel like I've done a good job with you, and I'm going to want to do more. That kind of delivery may actually get you somewhere with your children. It probably won't with the narcissist, so just saying. So this is Wisdom Wednesdays. This is Dr. Sage Breslin. If you are out there and you hear those demands for gratitude, please try internally to identify that to yourself, and then perhaps see if you can use this sort of language to respond. I'm looking forward to hearing from you and hearing everything that you want to offer in the comments. Okay.